Good morning, students. So, here we are going to study the next story prescribed for your syllabus, The Refugees by Pearl S. Buck. The story has been called The Refugees because it is about a group of people who are forced to leave their native place. Refugees actually refers to those people who are uprooted from their native place due to some unforeseen reason, due to some unavoidable reasons. It may be some religious reason, it may be a political reason, it may be something like a natural calamity. And in this story, it is a natural calamity which forces these people to leave their native place. So, when the story opens, we see that there is a group of people who is walking into a city. They are alien to that place. They don't know anything about that place, and yet they are not attracted by what is around them. They are walking as if they are walking in a dream. Now, why this situation has happened? It is because these people are villagers. They were living very happily. They are very hardworking people. They work very hard on their fields. They earn their living. They are men and women of character. They are men and women who are diligent workers. But suddenly there is flood. All their fields are totally submerged. There is water in their fields. Their crops are destroyed. Their houses get filled with water. But these people, till the last, till the end, they want to hold on to their place. But then they realize that their life is in danger and they have to survive. If they have to survive, they will have to leave their place. So they pick up their basic things. They just pick up their quilt, their garment, their clothes, and a pot, which is known as the cauldron. They take a rod, put that sling, they put two baskets on that sling, and they start walking towards the city, a place where they're going to live for some time till things become normal in their native places, and then they are going to come back to their place. Now the situation had become so worse in their place that even the crop which they always saved for the seed which they could use in the next season, even that seed was eaten up. And when we read the story, we will realize that seed here becomes a symbol. And what symbol? It becomes a symbol of new life, because it is in the seed that a new life is there. So if you eat up the seed, that means you are blocking your future. So the main character in this story is an old man. The protagonist is an old man, and what importance he lays on the word seed and how important seed is for him, we will realize when we discuss the story. Now, first, let me give you an outline about what this story is, and this outline I will read from your textbook, which is given at the end of the chapter, end of the story. It says, The Refugees. This is the title of the story. The Refugees brings out the tragedy of those diligent poor folk. Diligent is hardworking. So, Refugees is a story of hardworking poor people who are uprooted. Uprooted is when you are removed from your native place. When the place where you are growing up, the place where you are living, when you are removed from that place, it is known as uprooting. So it is the story of those people who have been uprooted from their land. Why have they been uprooted? Because of some natural calamity. As I explained earlier, maybe, but in this case it was the flood. Natural calamities like flood. Even as they look for work, now they go to a new place, they go to the capital, they look for work or a temporary prop from some good Samaritan, or they get some monetary support from some people who are very generous at heart. Samaritans are those people who are ready to help, who are generous people, some good people. So these people get some money from them. But these refugees are generally dubbed. Dubbing is calling, naming. So they are called as beggars in the alien land. Alien is the new land, the city of shelter, the city where they have gone to save their lives. The old man of this story is a symbol of prowess of men of strong character. And this, as I discussed earlier, is that the protagonist of the story is an old man, but this old man also stands for some characteristics. And what is it? The first thing is his prowess. And what is the prowess? Prowess is the extraordinary ability. This man shows extraordinary ability, a strong character who can weather. Weather is to endure, to bear, to tolerate. So he can endure such tragic phases in their lives. So here is this man who is so determined, who is so strong that even this untoward incident, this adverse phase, this unfavorable phase does not move this person. This person is not shocked. He does not behave like other people. He does not panic in this adverse situation in their lives, to herald the dawn of prosperity once again. Herald is to announce. This man, he announces the oncoming of a better time. So this person is not let down. He does not feel helpless in this situation. He tries to find solution out of even the adverse situation. So he belongs to that set of people who do not feel let down, or who do not panic in adverse situation. And in the story, the money thrown to the old man becomes a sacred trust, because when a silver coin is given to the old man, he looks at the coin and he knows that with this silver coin he is going to buy seed. He is going to buy some grain which will be put into the field, and a new crop is going to come out. So it is like a sacred trust which is there in his hand, because the new generation is going to feed on this seed which he is going to buy with the silver coin. He keeps it to purchase seeds so that he can go back to his native place, native land, and work for his tiny grandson. Nobody survives in his family, only a grandson whom he is carrying in one of his baskets. But this man has so much of trust in future. He has so much of belief in his own self that he wants to take care of this grandson, and he wants to make sure that his grandson has some support from the old man, the only other survivor of his family. And in the end, Pearl S. Buck, the author of the story, says, any nation can be proud of such men. And here, men means all the people who are there, who have been uprooted, but still, even in a native place, they want to lead a life of dignity and self-respect. So this is a brief summary, or just a brief description of what the story is. So when you will read the story, you will read in detail that these people are walking on the streets of a city. The city dwellers, the people of the capital, do not like so many people coming into the city, because they know that all their money and all their resources are now going to be used up by these people. But still they are being helped. These men, they are looking for some work. They start pulling rickshaws, even though at a lower rate. And then we have the story of this old man who puts down his 2 baskets near a noodle seller. And when he's sitting there, a passerby goes and he takes pity on the old man and gives him a silver coin. And when he's taking out the silver coin from his pocket, he also has a small copper penny, which he gives that penny also to the old man. The old man buys a small bowl of noodles from the copper penny, he does not spend the silver coin, and then he feeds that small bowl of noodle to his grandson, and he does not himself eat anything. Why? Because he is saving the silver coin to buy seed for the crop, seed for the fields. So the story ends in this way, and this old man is projected as a person who is determined, dedicated, a person of integrity, and a person who always who symbolizes hope. All right, so this is the summary, and this is a kind of an outline of the story. So now what you have to do is read the story carefully, and in the next video we are going to discuss the questions.